Yeah, it's a big contrast in
Another
in
game
terms
versus
of
a team who needs a
storylines,
dominating
and
win.
evidently
Who
in the
was
five
C9?
games in the lead up to this matchup. Quite
Yes.
funny just how much of a
C9 need as many
contrast it
points
was
as they
between
can.
the two rosters, Cloud9.
But if C9 win,
looking to relax and clear the mind heading into the match.
C9 winning would make today a very, very interesting
As you
day.
said, there is that potential scenario in which their seeding is a little compromised, but that's clearly not the main.
C9 winning would make the day a very, very interesting day.
Need 3 points.
I'm thinking of the subject
and even
ads.
that might
Bold,
not be enough.
high school, can you run
unfortunately,
predictions?
for Fun Esports and Shopify.
I would appreciate
both
it.
Already on the 12 points that they'll potentially be able to reach. So it's also then going to be dependent on a couple of other results to go.
Because here's the thing. This is thank you, High School.
But of course,
if C9 win this game,
into the best position possible.
First of all, if C9 lose, they're just locked in. These two teams are both locked in for playoffs.
End of this
but if C9 win this game,
play out Kaida, Mirror, Ace, and Thatcher.
Yeah, interestingly,
I don't think SR is going to lose their game, but it makes this last game a lot more interesting for fun because they're fighting for a spot in playoffs against JJ Blast.
Command server sitting at 60% attacker win rate through the 15 rounds that it has seen, which is
are already eliminated since F5 tiers. Well, that could be either team as the head-to-head, and SR plays Outlast today.
The fun part of getting
chat, it goes by.
These little nuances.
It goes by.
Translate across all of the regions. Of course, sample size it depends on.
It goes by round differential first. Otherwise, if they would already be eliminated, it'd already be read on the Wikipedia page.
To note, as we head into this game, I mean, the storyline has been pretty easily set.
So sadly, you're wrong,
DARKZERO should get the job done, but they're going up against a team that's going to be throwing everything they've got at them, and so that adds a little bit of nervousness. Then you add in the element of
DZ though,
DARKZERO dropping to 4,
major champs,
80 who were flawless up until today.
Who's the better FF team as of right now? The 4 fun team.
Cloud9 will need to start well though in this first half if they're a real shot at winning this. If DARKZERO can look quite commanding on the defense, build up a good scoreboard, it's going to be a long way back then for Cloud9. So we'll see what they can do to begin. And to begin, we are also going to the tertiary. It's storage control to begin in the opening round.
Snake lurk, lobby slide.
Head-to-head was first. Head-to-head is first in
battle already beginning
in different tournaments. I think.
Pamba on the Mav, able to deal.
I think in this one it's not round differential. Wall
denial of faults on the Bandit. Opens the route for Eddie on the Thermite to pop that open with an Exo. A little bit laborious, but it is the safest option.
The best team in NA right now in this moment, and maybe have the most points.
I think this is lobby lurk could be pretty influential from Cloud9. In some ways, no info is good.
And they also 7-0 the major champs. They did get beat out by Wildcard and OT today. Wildcard put on a stunning performance. Great job by them and Spiker. Maybe a little good regardless.
Eddie gets caught.
Does fall.
Already shut down. They have top floor control. Is this for basement or is this for storage? Not just getting shot down completely.
Went out. It's all DARKZERO.
Every single entry point for C9 just completely read by DZ.
2 players remaining.
Rough days for them.
In a pickle. On storage control, DARKZERO looked pretty locked in to start.
Oh my god!
It's a good headshot onto.
I didn't even see Nick peek that.
The only one that's left. Flawless
to start. Oh my god!
That's clinical to begin.
And JR, holy shit.
Sure is.
How's SR doing? I think SR pretty much guaranteed in playoffs.
Not the
did it SR already guaranteed? I would say like look, they're going against Outlast. In this bro. I think one, if C9 loses this game, they're in.
Help boost confidence
because that locks them in because C9 are no longer in the running.
Unfortunately, not the case.
And two, their match today is against Outlast, which Outlast is the last place team.
Wasn't too bad, really. Not much to
if
there.
C9 win and SR somehow lose the Outlast, which are both very improbable events, then that's how they would.
These were just kill feed.
That's how they would not make it. But I would say they pretty much already made it.
So much damage done earlier. Open kill.
And you went complete SR with how they play, bro. No, not Outlast, not Outlast. I hate to say it, as much as I support the Outlast players and I wish the best for them, and I respect them for sticking together. What is this? This is not me, right? This is the stream? Chat, this is not me, right? My stream's just black. This ain't just me. Okay, I guess it was me. Not Outlast. Outlast sadly are still playing on a tier 2 level.
60% attack win rate on this site, this stage in this region. I'm not expecting Cloud9. I mean, I still go into this site expecting defense usually to prevail. I mean, well, there's a part of me that's quite curious to see if Cloud9 can emulate what we've seen from other teams attacking into this site. Double hard breach. It's easy to open up. Con, I think's better of it for now.
EU and SAL really don't have the same garbage. Don't have a team as garbage as Outlast. You were most definitely wrong, but I mean, hey.
Obviously, as we know, top floor though takes its time. You want to get to work IT, you want to get conside, you want to really get pressure from different avenues.
Oh, good shot on the Nitro.
Not going to work out from Fault.
Fault's not going to get a pick.
But I do like the early posturing towards
really,
IT.
yeah. I mean, every stage there's a team that like does dog shit, bro. Like literal dog shit.
For them in opening up the breach. And while difficult it may have been for maybe an extra 10 to 15 seconds, job done for Cloud9.
Well, it's just like most of the teams that ascended from T2 usually just get dumpstered on. Like that's just how it usually goes.
A necessary evil for Cloud9.
I'm surprised he's not going for right side up thermite, going for upside down thermite. It makes both thermite charges like vault breach instead of just walk breach.
Just another list.
And another C4 gets it off or impact.
Or another box rather to tick off on.
Easy have burned another thermite charge. They have no range charges. They have can openers. They can open the inner garden wall. Flex reinforced. Double flex reinforced on inner garden wall. So that's gonna get mapped open and canned open actually. Bandits on that wall as well, but Mav is there. And they have 4 nades as well. Cloud9 are in a great spot util wise. I would say DZ burned more util trying to deny those walls, get picks on those walls, and the opposite. Cage ban, mirror ban, ace ban. Ying shotgun in. Wow, actually loses the gunfight to NJR is crazy. I would take Ying shotgun in that gunfight 9 out of 10 times, but I guess that was the 1 out of 10. They do take guard control, they do take E-box control. Mav now needs to get this wall open next. No bandits because of the nade over. Can openers get opened. He's gonna go for a cheeky angle up top on the breach vault.
And suddenly now 4v5, low on time. Now you gotta kind of rush through.
There's 2 players stuck in this corner. No Deimos or Buck underneath to get them. Good entry through. Wow, Kino! Wow, Kino! Oh my god, I thought they were fucked back there. Kino actually kills both players flooding through. I thought that pre-fire was for sure Cloud9's.
It looked a little bit more likely. But at the end of the day, all that really became after they lost that battle towards Electrical was a flood into sight. And you're always going to back in the defense. 2-0 DARKZERO. Decent start.
Stage 1. Yeah, Team Secret.
Yeah, that little glimmer at the end was false hope at best. It was
Team Secret at least have a win, but I mean, it's still
Cloud9 as he framed it, losing a key player, key utility. It was also the best counter-op for that close range.
Oh, they haven't played all their game days, though. They have 3 game days left, so it's not really a fair comparison. But I guess Imperial, if you wanted to say anyone.
It can be so punishing. And it was a one-dimensional.
Yeah, well, I guess you do at least know the players on Team Secret and Imperial. You don't really, you wouldn't be the. I see what you're like. You're saying like the players. You could take like a player from Imperial and like potentially put them on a better team because they have been up past. They are more experienced, you know. Like the Outlast team is a complete brand new from T2 roster. First time they ever played T2. And like I guess Team Secret and Imperial have like experienced players, but then again like that's another thing to say though, because like by that argument, like how embarrassing is it for Team Secret to basically have the same record almost as a team of players that have never played T2 before until they qualify for
on their attack side.
You know,
they're the second lowest rated team as an attacking team in the region. 16-45 split. That's not
what happened to Black Dragons? I think their team just
attempts is
I don't know
36%. It's the second lowest. Where they've been
I never thought they were good.
Their defense sitting actually second rated at 62%. So they're kind of a half sort of team, and that's probably why coming into the final play day, they're obviously still kind of close to getting into the top 6.
Looks like they're going for a Kitch EXO
based on what we've seen isolation. So far, that it's maybe going to go against them. Basement here for the 3rd round, final round as well before we get the next bans. So this was ultimately the test for Cloud9 this first half. Attack's been your weak point this stage. Come in, final play date. Can you rectify it? So far, no good in the opening 2 attempts. But still, plenty of opportunities remain in this half.
Breach charge deployed.
Yeah, immediate pressure already in basement here, and good info has been gathered. Pamba also with this pre-placed assembly. I do wonder if maybe he shot calls something direct here onto the side.
Double reinforced,
keeping in mind
barrels, wall, smoke playing there as a layer. They double smoke off the site actually. Will they go for execute off that or no? Or is this a fake execute? Center's nowhere near. Center's actually going to go for plant on the opposite side. Interesting execute from C9, but they get shit done on the entries. NJR have them. Echo stops it. The player coming down cargo stairs. Biggest entry here is Uzi. Uzi has the biggest job here. Does get 2. They had no idea. The shield gets shut down. The crossfires are too strong from the major champs. Oh my god. Nick is just holding down the side by himself every round. Every single round. Shutting down the push over and over and over again.
3 straight for DARKZERO.
What teams are still playing for playoffs? Right now, CLOUD9. If CLOUD9 loses, then both teams make it into playoffs.
You got one team that's fighting for their life to make playoffs, to qualify, to even have
Noah will be saved. I don't think he's going to be saved unless he moves into another team. It's clear that Team Secreters don't want to spend the money to maintain a proper team right now.
Today, considering other matches would need to go their way, you still got to fight for it. And 3 rounds in, though, it's DARKZERO that are just showing their qualities just so much better that even if you factor in the external pressure of what's required for playoffs, they're just better at the game. And 3 rounds in, it's pretty evident. 3 opening kills.
Timeout. Oh, that's a wrong logo. It says really M80 tac timeout right now, but I think it's a C9 tac timeout.
Close. And we heading into, of course, the bans. I think it's also a tactical timeout too for CLOUD9 to double down on this. It's a big half. They need some attacking rounds. We'll see if they can get that after this timeout and after the bans.
Yeah, it's now at a point where it's becoming increasingly difficult to see a path forward in this matchup, and I think the thing that drives that home for me most is what you highlighted earlier as the second lowest rated team on attack league-wide up until this point. It doesn't feel like we're in a situation where a 60-second tactical timeout is going to be overly influential. That's going to require a lot more deep, systematic change in the off-season for CLOUD9 to rectify that. Not a case of them being right up there as a strong attacking team and they've had maybe an off start or whatever the case may be. I think it's probably more reflective of the more systematic problems that this team is looking to work through at the moment. It was promising there from Uzi with the late lurk, but there was so much information up late, it was ridiculous. The BPC tank, Yokai's up, planting up potential was immense. It looked, again, a little promising there for CLOUD9, but it was false hope.
How much more does Secret have to lose before being relegated? I don't think it's
short in a couple of 1%ers. I mean, a league like this and against an opposition of high quality like DZ, you get exposed.
Relegated.
And it's kind of a
but does kickoff count?
I mean, I like the aggression from CLOUD9 and the pacing was good, but it does mean you skip out on getting a lot of that clear, and there's utility, and those problems become a factor.
Securing the floor.
Great start, by the way, for NJR. Really just want to highlight him as an individual. 2 rounds back to back now. He's got the opening kills, so impact to begin.
Kickoff does count.
Kind of stuffing the sheet. He's having impact to begin the rounds. And getting the first multi-kill of the game in that 3rd round puts him at 6-1. So a fantastic start for him.
Okay, yeah, maybe they get relegated.
Interesting too, because we're going kitchen cafeteria.
They're not a partner team, right? Are they a partner team? They're not a partner team, right?
It's not usually very good for defense. It's been played twice at this stage. In NAL, 100% attacker win rate. So, I mean, this is...
No, they are a partner team. They can't get relegated.
A real curveball into the game.
Yeah, they're not at risk of being relegated. They're not a partner team.
Up. Maybe they just sense this as an opportunity to test the waters.
4. My God.
Uzi, well, he finds the opening kill
pick already from DZ. Catching up the aggression from DZ. Another one.
From G9O. He doesn't connect. Well, the question marks immediately.
2 players still trying to really aggress onto top mez here.
Kitchen cafeteria, you need to have a game
Nomad and the nade. And Nick's in the shits.
I don't think they've even had an opportunity to play out this round in a strategic fashion. It's just been straight gunfights. DZ looking to respond with aggression for the trade, and Cloud9 clued in, ready. New as an NJR.
Triple swing, good
it could
coordination from C9 there.
Cloud9, not quite.
C9 after the attack time, it actually looked pretty good.
One in the round, and could follow it up with a couple more, but it's unlikely to win it at this point. And credit to Cloud9 for continuing to fight, not dropping their heads, recomposing on an offsite, which can be difficult for the attack.
Newer's 1v3 though.
Not confirmed just yet though.
I mean, they have a Kitch help in plan, and they have Vert to cover.
For Cloud9 to think about the plan, to formulate this plan.
One on Vert, one on Hatch.
Newers is still isolated. We'll enter Calf.
Yeah, Vert trying to go for the planter.
Should be secured, and that should be the round for Cloud9.
That eventually.
And indeed will. Cloud9 closed it out. Now that's done, and it's 100% attacker win rate from 3 attempts this stage.
I hate that side. I hate that side. Just burn it. It's such an awful side to play.
Oh, well, you know what? You choose it. You get the punishment. I can't understand why DARKZERO would go there, because quite frankly, they were on a roll. The first 3 rounds, we're talking about pretty close action in terms of overall. And they decide, out of a Cloud9 tactical timeout, let's go to
okay, I don't really like what the caster's saying, but I do think I see what he is trying to say. He's trying to say that he doesn't see why they would go to that side when they were 3-0 on the pass-through rotation. The site itself is not like, if the caster's confused why you would pick Kitchen as a site in general, that's bad, right? Because a lot of teams pick Kitchen all the time,
which was just not
like
needed. They get their first opening kill, they get their first round win.
A lot of teams play Kitchen. A lot of teams play Kitchen. That being said, the reason DARKZERO picks Kitchen on a 4th rotation after a timeout is because if C9 are calling a timeout, then likely they're talking about how to adjust back to the first site in rotation. So by picking the 4th site, you're trying to throw off what they just talked about in terms of adjustment, but obviously didn't work out.
And I think the impact of that round is really going to be felt until we see the rest of the half play out. Does potentially just release the pressure valve a little bit that was beginning to bubble over. Personally though, expecting DARKZERO to lock back in here. They looked extremely proficient on all of the primary / secondary sites, and we'll return to storage control for the 5th.
Oh!
Reduction of the pulse in this round as well for Folds, but it's Newers to draw first blood.
Newers fries the guy.
Uzi, who's had some good lurk potential in the match so far, the first to fall.
Hot player on fork
window. And that's now 4 out of the 5 rounds. The opening kill going the way of the leaders in DZ.
Yeah, and I've noticed a couple of times in this half,
C9, so I don't think they would really benefit from clearing out anyone up top. They didn't have a ram or a sledge or a buck or anyone in the first place.
And that takes good patience. It's very
easy
maybe
to be fun picks or
jittery when you're playing R6, so many different angles and entry points, but he just looks so calm with his movement. He's not rushing around, he holds a good position, gives it time. And in this round, the perfect highlight is he gets the opening kill because of it. 90 seconds left. DZ in a good position.
Oh,
that's just unfortunate.
Pressure from J9 onto the staircase. Wow, walks right up to the breach and just shoves his face in it. That's nuts.
Trying to get some info.
Now they go for fast awkward. Kino holding it down. Kino on 2.
It's a desperate push in towards top blue. Doesn't work out for center. Now Monk has been able to get himself
DZ are just, at least in the rounds that they've won so far, just solo dipping each individual player on Cloud9 and their ones. Even when Cloud9 was doing good double swings on that one round on Pillar, it's like Ying shotgun versus NJR and Evox. NJR wins it. Kino wins it, some double swinging through rotate when it should have been theirs. It's crazy the gunfights DZ are winning right now.
Programming, isn't it? Once you get away from kitchen cafeteria, it's more of the same from DARKZERO.
Wow.
As Jan, I know, puts an end to it. Well, there's that 4th round on the board for them. They go 4-1 up. The only blemish, probably their own doing.
Yeah, to return to normality. The only saving grace really now at this point is Cloud9's ability to defend, which they have been able to showcase over the course of the stage. As you mentioned prior, 2nd rated in NAL for the stage. It is a strength for them, but they're putting a lot of faith on defense if they can only get the one scalp in this first half. We know historically, looking at the data for any team, even the best in the world, to defend a 1-5 deficit is incredibly tricky. Certainly not impossible. We've seen comebacks of that fashion in the past, and Labs was obviously a classic example of that back at SI, but they are rare for a reason. That's why that 24 grand final was so historic. Those style of comebacks are very tricky. And so in a way that does put a lot of immediate pressure here on the final round of the half. Can Cloud9 give themselves that buffer? Can they get that second round? Otherwise,
10 seconds left
the second half turns into a Hail Mary for their slot at playoffs, which is already probably a Hail Mary at this point anyway, if they can go on to get all 3 points.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb.
And statistically, DARKZERO is the 3rd best attacking team in the region, so you would imagine they should be able to get a round or 2 or 3, and it puts pressure then on Cloud9, I think, to get this second round for all of the reasons that you were alluding to. Command server will be the site choice. A reminder, Cloud9 must win and get all 3 points if they are to still make playoffs, which means they are now 2 rounds away from being knocked out, and that doesn't help. A Nitrocell explodes in the face of Eddie. They lose the Ying again. DARKZERO get another opening kill, and so far in this half, every opening kill is converted to a round win. Of course, the only time they didn't get the opening kill was on Kitchen Cafeteria.
I don't even know what the fuck happened to Eddie. I like low-key zoned out.
Really, the story of this game so far is
I was scripting a video in my head. I was scripting a video on
they even gave them a round.
I wanted to talk about the It's Timmy stuff. Not because it's Timmy's doing anything, mostly because the people trying to create discourse around his fucking run is stupid as fuck. Every single person talking about It's Timmy and his run in Rainbow Six is stupid. Like, literally bricks for brains, dumbest motherfucker moron in the entire world.
Their stage on the line this round. The next minute and a half are hypercritical. Then someone needs to step up. Somebody needs to make the heads-up play, show some confidence, and get their team back into it. Yeah. Easiest said than done.
Only counter pressure. Z-Boxer just got shut down by NJR. Now they all funnel through 2 doorways. They're fucked. They're got Crossfire too. Pambazu breaking it open though. Hold on. Hold on. Pambazu is in the pillar. They're sandwiched still between a Crossfire, which is rough. There's 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. And DZ just need to push through and just sandwich them, and they're just fucked. And they just get fucked.
Pambazu falling server. Yeah, it's all done. DARKZERO clinical half 5.
What is Timmy doing? What Timmy's doing is great. Again, like this is just stupidity. Like again, just bricks for brains. Fett hate watching. No, bro. What Timmy doing is great. Timmy's obviously a fucking beast. Like nothing taken away from Timmy. The people that talk about it are stupid as fuck. Like someone tried to say like, oh, he's taking the longest on R6 because, you know, that just shows you how hard R6. Like, no, bro. It's just rank 2.0 to rank 3.0 transition was rough, man. Like, that's it. Like,
I've been praising them. I really do like the operator lineup. They're trying to bring everything. They're trying to bring shield. They're trying to bring the utility play with a lot of Ying, a lot of Capita.
Timmy's a beast. Timmy's so good.
Ying, even in the
actually
first round.
So good.
Really, this is right here. Yeah, this actually came down to if he gets that kill with the shotgun, maybe they have a better chance here because there wouldn't have been 2 guys playing close with the shotgun. But it's just classic young players or young teams kind of have this attacking problem. And we also hear in the comms, I mean, they do seem to be kind of bashing heads a little bit, Center and Pambazu. Maybe there's a little bit of misunderstanding between some of the younger players and what actually Rob wants to do, because the same story for them is the fact that every time they're about to go for an execute, they seem to lose a body, and then they're about to call the 3-2-1 and they lose another body. So they're never actually able to get coordinated and synced, and that is just, unfortunately, it's something that's just going to have to come with time.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think DZ's clearly reading into it. I mean, they're understanding that their
you think Siege Pros are good shit? I don't have to try to go pro to more mechanically taxing games like CS and Valve, Overwatch.
And then turtle up, and that's exactly what we're seeing. They get the first pick, and then they just turtle, and it's Cloud9. Not really.
I don't think it's a Siege Pro thing as much as it is just like a whether you like the game or not thing. Like, I know there's like a couple like Siege rejects that went into Valorant and actually went into tier 1 teams.
But then it's just one player, one right after the other, falling short, and this really was Cloud9's issue yesterday. And
I think it's just more so like your own propensity for each game. Like that's it, you know. Like all the washed CS players went to go play Val, and like they all became instantly like, you know, the best tier 1 players, and that doesn't mean Val is like an easier game. It's just like
pillar, but
you know, it's just like the way the people that have propensity for the game. You know, that's really it. Like not all of them succeeded.
Calling
So
flood, the whole rest of the
know.
team's not flooding. So it's just again, there's a little bit of communication issues because they are that young team. But they are on their strong side. As
like
really
I think if you're
the
pro
kind of take out of
in
this,
one
like
game, you automatically have propensity to go pro in really any other game because you understand the work ethic and the grind it takes to like be a professional. It just depends on whether you like the game. Like if you hate the fucking game, like you're not going to want to practice it and play it.
If you don't have a strong talking half, you can at least kind of fix it, correct the things that were wrong going into the next half.
That's Siege is a little mechanical. Yeah. Like obviously, like okay. Troy Canadian could not go to CS and become like Kerrigan. Max Hawks, I'm thinking this. Actually, maybe I don't know. I don't know how fucking good Canadian is at CS. What if I said all that and Canadian's actually a demon at CS? Maybe not, bro.
Alright, well, it's time to get back into the game. Guys,
people get shit on, but also Kerrigan does actively get shit on.
We have a game on our hands. The objective is clear for Cloud9. Can they stay in the challenge to get into playoffs?
Top floor, full spread.
100%, and yes, it's going to be a challenge. I mean, look, the saving grace for Cloud9 guys is very much being on defense and then statistically being very good in that regard this stage. So it's going to come down to this second half now to once again bail out another poor attacking half with a solid defensive half. But they've left themselves. Kerrigan is literally the Canadian. Exactly. Like if Kerrigan, like, wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he win the major with like the lowest major rating ever? Cloud9 are knocked out.
Or was it only for that event?
Yeah.
Didn't he have like the lowest rating at an S tier event for like a winner ever, or like at like, events in general? Yeah, bro. Like, like he's literally the Canadian of his game, bro.
Absolutely spot on. It's a 3-point.
But maybe Canadian could do it. Actually, maybe I don't know. Maybe Canadian could do it, bro.
Like for Fun Esports and
you got a Canadian in fucking CS, bro.
Currently,
for the major and the oldest player. Oh, okay. It was for that event. I see.
All 3 points.
Okay. Thank you, chat. Thank you.
Ultimately be for nothing, but
Echo actually gets multi kills at Impact Frags. I just remember the first time I took Troy get 2 kills in a round since 2022.
A rough day.
Yeah, bro, but he's carrying.
So far, the
he's literally siege carrying.
Cloud9 able to obtain was that attack in towards one of the worst sites in the game, over towards Kitchen. DARKZERO have just been phenomenal across the board so far and have been locked in from round 1. Let's see what they can cook up here on the attack. Bit of potential here with J90 on the buck. YouTube clearance as well can be facilitated by the
I think the SR team is a doubt maxing team. Oh my god, they just bucked Flores cleared that guy.
I mean,
they just buck Flores cleared that guy. I think Kino had a long angle from on top of the Tetris outside onto his runaway. Crazy.
To start the second half,
but I think SR do well when people are like shit talking them and don't think they're good.
It's another opening pick for DZ. Dominated this.
Like I feel like they if I'm praising them, they're doing bad, you know. And like you gotta shit talk them, you gotta like doubt them, and then they start going. They're literally doubt maxers. SR need to be not believed in.
Definitely given his team his best.
I need to make another talk shit video about SR and Split so they do well again at the next one.
With the clash,
maybe we need to shame King.
For the attack of DARKZERO. Hence the rotation.
Well, I mean, it makes sense psychologically though. Like if you have low expectations, you know, there's less like tilt if you do bad. Oh my god, Newer's just running these guys over on the Aqua side. Is that solo too? Was there anyone else with him? I think there was someone with him. Oh my god, Newer's. Oh my, Newer's just walked them down. Wow.
And with that,
he really hates Cloud9.
Will not make playoffs.
Yep, Cloud9 gone. That's
devastating for Cloud9. It's been a rough group stage for them, and I'm sure they'll probably know basically at this point that their time is done. And I think they'd probably be the first to admit that with a performance like this today, it was probably not deserved. It's been tricky. DARKZERO have read them inside out, and I think they'll probably go on here to defeat them in a 7-1 fashion. Which would also
play 100
leave
Thieves.
Cloud9 susceptible to finishing.
Does 4 go down in here? Does 3 go down in here? 4 go down in here? Which team drops down to which, or is that based off like round differential or something?
And so,
dude, if SR had to play 100 Thieves for the major spot, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
Round, though, DARKZERO,
I'm gonna be so fucking pissed, bro.
Terminator. Able to charge forward and just wreak havoc. 6-1 the scoreline. Cloud9 are done. A line through their name.
10 seconds.
DARKZERO searching still for all 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give it to DARKZERO. I mean, they've just been absolutely outstanding in this match. Haven't put a foot wrong except for a site choice. Otherwise, this might have actually been 7-0 territory. If they don't elect to go to kitchen cafeteria, genuinely think this is 7-0.
Clickbait Cason versus Spoit? Because it's another time where my boys are going to get fucking plot armored out of a fucking event, bro. Like, goddamn.
Multi-kills. They only allowed 1 plant in that first half, which, of course, was on the site which shall not be named. And unfortunately for Cloud9, I think the most disappointing thing from this match is this was a game to try and get into playoffs. And even if they had won it, it may still not have been enough.
Oh wait, they're going fast.
Maybe they could have at least bounced.
I think he found him. I think Kino spotted him close.
They've been completely slapped silly.
They have players back in EXO though. The Pulse would have spotted about the Verts being held.
Play this one out and try and mitigate the
know,
scoreboard damage.
Not committing it yet, but worried about the Vert.
Playing for anything more than that.
What else is DZ gonna go for?
I'll tell you what, Cloud9 on defense could probably do with Patrick Beach, because I just looked across for the Aussies and he just hit the most insane save I think I've ever seen. That was beautiful. The Aussies are staying alive at the moment in the World Cup. Fortunately, the same can't be said for Cloud9.
My location is clear.
Minute 45 on the clock here for DZ. Utilizing
and
down, and they'll charge for.
Gets the pulse inside. Where's this Vert player? Did he get fucking distracted or Ying?
Needed a little bit of help from the others in the back line.
They're not a storage player, or they just went Capital smoke at the ceiling at the same time.
And they got the cover. Smokes
what the fuck?
Pampersuit, that's his job on the Warden.
What was just sitting on him? Oh my god, Pam.
He gets the second onto
oh my god, Pamba.
From Monk. From that first floor.
Oh my god, Pamba.
Pamba just activating. Although a little too late. It's only downside to it. Volt's now in a 1 versus 2, and he's got 60 seconds to think his way through this. Definitely doable.
Doable. Off in Narnia at the moment, though, so he's going to have to take the time to compose himself, create a bit of space. He'll give away the audio cue as well on the drop. So position will be known. Can Cloud9 cover the cross, or at least initiate the trade? No flashes for Faults to break it.
Oh, the swing from Pampersu as he does get the kill, did potentially give an opportunity. Well, Cloud9 will get a second. And while they will not make playoffs, they're not out of this game just yet.
I think CAG is the worst team. Oh my god, holy stroke.
Even with the round win,
I'm not going to try to read this one. I think CAG is the worst team of all time.
Yeah, as I said before,
if you're talking about tier 1 teams, internationally maybe, but you got to remember there are like CAG routinely beat everyone else in APAC to make it back to international events over and over, so definitely not the worst team of all time.
From this one, DZ with a little bit still to fight for, I suppose. Getting another win on the board. Bit of a funny round there with Pamba. The smoke criminal utilizing that Warden util and the glasses really efficiently. Unfortunate for Faults, didn't really have the ability there to try and break that cross. 4-round deficit, and we go back to this faithful side.
10 seconds remaining.
I think we're getting trolled at this point. Again, to reiterate, coming into today, it had only been seen twice.
Who is the worst team right now out of all the lists? Probably just pick an APAC region and then go to the bottom team in that region. That's probably the worst team.
We'll see if it can keep the 100%.
Or China, honestly. Maybe pick the worst team in China because they're new to Siege.
You know what, we're done for the day.
Gold's already getting spawn peeked by the fucking DMR. Oh, wow. That's a new spawn peek, actually. I haven't seen that one.
He can get back up.
When did he hop on, like 245? I'm going to take that. I'm going to steal that.
I mean, the Flores can still have a pretty big impact in this round.
Can the people from Park spawn see you, or is that a gamble?
It seems as if he will get brought back into the round, so it's... Yeah, not the end of the world.
He's going to go basement right there, too.
Low health. He's going to keep it pretty chill for the next minute or so anyway. Let the others
Ledge
get to work,
basement.
He can just play drone game
Nomad, Twitch, Flores, Blitz. They definitely don't have util to clear out top mez. They don't have Ram either. So it's going to be a big horizontal hit. They're going to go for gaps. They're going to use a double drone operator to break all the traps. Flores gets the barbed wire off Exo for the Slugs to walk up Exo stairs with.
Dealt with 90.
Newer's going to break the round wide open with his lurk in the basement.
See what ultimately Exo he goes. Posture for here, considering they don't have primary hard breach to be reliant upon. Vert potential though, with Newers. He's currently basement. It's also soft wall lobby, so
all
that hard
the
breach
barbed wire gaps take it.
Not as relevant as it otherwise might be. Minute 40 on the clock, and plenty of lurking from DARKZERO.
No player might come up to find
an opener. It's been a big strength for them. Only one round so far in this entire match, Cloud9 have gotten the opening kill. It was round 4. Funnily enough, the only round, or one of the only rounds they were able to win, the only in the first half.
It's very slow pacing from DARKZERO, so this site is usually won by a bit of an attacking flood, either top floor or direct towards site. It doesn't actually feature
actually Vert above it, taking top floor. Then fall back to site. Very slow DARKZERO push actually.
But with 60 seconds left on
trying
the
to take
clock,
up 90 with the drone.
5v5, so DC have kind of played this in a slow
Walls
manner.
closed.
They've really tried to
the
work
door's gonna
out
be dangerous.
the way in which Cloud9
Jack's
are
gonna
defending
smoke the door and push up 90 here to go for a pick up the Azami.
Lobby rioed off. Could compromise DARKZERO here, and it could be a little bit
cleared on the cross, so there's a hard right, hard left crossfire. Onto game side. There's a player holding Exo. Player holding opposite side. Through.
Oh, easy one of the keys.
NJR gets through. Good 3-2-1 by DZ here.
I'll talk about him having an impact game. There's 2 impactful kills. 3 versus 3. Now spots out the clash. Got even a little bit of damage into center. Pamperzood low inside the cafeteria. They do still have Uzi with a Zoto and a Nitrocell air jab out from NJR.
Going down hard right. There's a player right next to him. Pamper's right next to him. Shut down. Trades out the planner though.
Easy onto Pamperzood, but they lose False.
Oh my god, the timing on the reload from Uzi. They stick the plant though. Flashes and spot to stop the plant. They have to stick it. They have to stick it. Oh my god, oh my god. Clash, he has to fucking sacrifice his life. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. DZ winning. Holy shit, the time was crazy. What the fuck?
The kitchen and cafeteria remains at a 100% attacker win rate.
Oh my god.
With Cloud9 being eliminated from playoffs, it's a 7-1 win for DARKZERO. Sorry, 7-2 win for DARKZERO.
Is 100 T for real not making WC? It'll be a rough ride for them in playoffs for sure.
Wonderful performance.
Because there's already a big 4, right? There's already a Matey wildcard DZSR. And so they obviously had to knock out one of them to make it, right?